We are at the 2018 Progressive Insurance Motorcycle Show in Long Beach, California. Let's look at this first bike here, the KH500. Two-stroke triple. I am trying to find, as you know, the big deal for 2019 bikes are the mid-level, mid-size adventure bikes. So I'm trying to find the 700. There it is. Is that it? A picture of it? I don't think.
Right there.
It's the FZ07. Ooh, dark side of Japan with the. They look a little bit more orange than red, these wheels. MT09. Dark side of Japan. Hashtag. There's the MT10. And the dark side of Japan color scheme. So the song Double Vision comes to mind when I check this out. Okay, new for 2019 is the Tracer GT 900. So the wheelbase, the swing arm has been lengthened. They've redone the electronics on the bike. Very nice. So this is the MT09, but in an adventure package. Quick shifter. Saddlebags. Looks pretty nice. Now, considering bikes have gotten way too big, I think this 900 is a perfect fit for most people. It's lightweight, small. Short people can get on it, tall people can get on it. I really like the Tracer GT. All right, here's the new for 2019 XRS MT07 with a very nice package on it. I do like it. So the XRS is kind of the retro styling offshoot of the MT line, MT07, MT09, the Eluder. Wow. This one is really done up nicely with a lot of extras. Not my cup of tea, but interesting nevertheless. This has some aftermarket parts on it. Cover there. Shimura pipe. Very nice. Quick shifter. This is the R6 We're pushing blue crew. You wonder why I got my MT10 in blue. This is why, because it's all blue. Get it? Do you get it now? Here's the new R3. Yes, new R3 for 2019. A great bike. Still like them, especially for even if you're a seasoned rider or want to get back in the canyons. This would be a hoot. And that's the only time I'm going to say hoot today. Shady Beaches bike. R6. Graves Yamaha. I'm waiting for Graves to come out with the blue exhaust from my bike. And now it's time to move on to the Agusta. There's a lot of buzz around the MV Agusta booth. Let's check out the bikes. F4.
Because it's a 40.
F3.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, over there.
Someone bought it.
Here's the Lewis Hamilton F4. Lens, Brembo, carbon fiber everywhere. Check out the wheels. No, not carbon fiber. Motorcycle arts. Now, the big buzz is about this one, the Brutali. Look at the crowds. Well, we'll get back to that one. Whoa, look at the paint job on the Brutali 800. The 1-800 Dragster R. Wow, look at these wheels. This. Wow, check out that hub. Looks like stock with bar end mirrors. Now let's look at the pride of the show, these carbon wheels. Now, continuing our Italian motorcycle ventures, we are now looking at Moto Guzzi. And we're in, oh, the El Dorado. Oh my gosh. Check that out. This is the V9 Roamer. Here's the one that's been around for a while. I forget what the name of it is, but it is their big cruiser bike. And the talk of the show, of course, is the adventure bike. Wow, quite a turnout for Moto Guzzi this year. A lot of models. Look at this blacked out one. This one with more chrome on it. This one's the carbon one. Look at all the carbon on here. So now let's go on to one of my favorites of all the Italian bikes. Aprilia. New RS V4 factory, 217 horsepower. So this bike has been changed for 2019. No wings on here. V4 engine. I think this is just a regular one. What is this one? This is the RS V4RR. So this is the old man's bike, the one with the handlebars. So really the Tuono is a sport bike without clip-ons. It's basically that, but it's this. I do like the Tuono a lot, but it's just a little bit too small for me. And here is the Corso Duro, still with the under the seat pipes, which is cool, and a 900. This would be comparable to maybe a Hypermotard from Ducati, but this one is a little bit more tame compared to that, but still has a lot of high-end components. And who's making a showing for today's show? Royal Enfield. Retro styling with low tech and easy to fix on the road bikes with a very good price tag. Royal Enfield. This is the NT650. Look at that. Here's the adventure bike. Himalayan, $4,500. Let's go to Honda. Came out last year was the 250, the dual purpose 250, but now the big news is the dual purpose 450. And the main difference between the two bikes is that the 450 suspension is not as soft and as the 250. So it really is a great combination between a motocross bike, and a Duro bike, and a dual purpose bike. And here is the 250 Rally I was talking about. And this is really nice and everything, but when this goes down, you pay for all this plastic. So I'd rather just have kind of an XR-based bike. So we got the African Twin here in a nice black color tone here. Interesting color. Maybe if you are into hunting and want not to be seen, reminds me of an electric bike that would be sold to the military in this color scheme. But here's the big one, the bigger size African Twin, which came out last year. Very nice. So what these bikes have in common and what's significant about them is the soft suspension. They're great off-road, but you're not going to be doing any pannier carving on an African Twin because of the suspension is so soft. And now, of course, the new Goldwing finally revised it for America. I think a lot of people like it. They got rid of the F6B, and they just have two models now, one with a top case and one with not. Now the one with the top case has a lot of extra features that you don't find, so it is the premium model. All right, one of a rare breed that's going away is a 600 sport bike, and here's the new Honda 600RR, looking really nice. And it still has that under-seat exhaust. Fully adjustable suspension, and I wish I could fit on it because I would love something like this. Now, the CBR 1000RR is very significant for 2019 because they've revised a lot of the electronics and listened to some of the suggestions that people have had. And this is the SP model. And one of the main things was they detached wheelie control from traction control. So traction control and wheelie control are now separate. Very nice. And again, I wish I could fit on it, but I'm just too damn tall. And I'm too old to ride it too, but still fun to look at it. Electronic suspension on this. And then here's the regular one. That's the SP model. This is the regular one. And here's the Grom, a bike for little kids. All right, now here's the Honda Monkey new for this year. Look at that. You want to put them on it?
Want to sit on it?
Yeah. Go ahead. So this has the handlebars on it, not clip-ons, 650 engine, 4-cylinder, nice exhaust, looks good. So this would be great, what I would call a street bike or on the street compared to something like a sport bike. Now for new for 2019, the CBR 1100. Oh, CB 1000R. I like it. I kind of like the old classic one. I don't think they make that anymore, but definitely very cool for a inline 4 street bike. All right, now we're at Suzuki. Guess what I'm going to look at first. You know you're old when all the classic bikes come out and you remember them when they were new. Check out the seat color. So hard to keep that seat clean. Look at that. And now, here's the new and improved one. I like to see the Brembos on the front. That's always good. Ooh, race bike. Notice the wings on this. All right, let's find the V-Strom. The GSXR 750 and 1000. These are great bikes. Great bikes, even with the big exhaust. GSXS 1000F.
Like several of them. And I'm like,
Now here's the GSXS 1000 without the fairing, but get the one with the fairing. Where they're freak is the V-Strom 650. I'm still looking for the 1000. There's another 650 with the venerable saddlebags. Ooh, black. Is there a V-Strom 1000 somewhere?
yeah,
Across the way in Ventureville.
it's over the adventure area.
Okay. The new Katana's nice, but they really should make an SV 1000 a super dupe killer. The new V-Strom 1000 2019. Wow. So we got new panniers, new colors. Wow.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I have a little roll-up dry bag that I keep all my documents in.
All right, another
One
blue
thing I can say
bike.
about documents and
Blue
money
wheels with
is
a red
don't
shock.
hide
I don't know about
stuff.
that.
My plan, everyone says, oh, I'm a bad mouth climber, but they have hidden pockets, I said, why would you want
No,
to
I like
hide a pocket?
these
If
bars.
someone
They're
comes up
nice
to me
and
with a gun and says, give me your passport, I want to get it out as fast as possible and give it to them so I can leave. Don't hide anything from anybody.
very interesting.
Everything in life.
So this has got some
Someone
kind
comes up to
of
me and says that you're on time and you're taking your bike. There you go.
the rack setup for these panniers. And it looks like it's coming stock with a center stand, which is
It's my gear.
great. All right, now we're going into Kawasaki. Here's, ooh, I like it in gray. The 1000. This is nice. This one looks like it doesn't have the bags on it. That's kind of cool. Here's the 650. Great beginner bike. Look at that. That is awesome. Jonathan Ray, Superbike. Wow. And now the 400. Nice first bike as well. I think I'd probably, if it was your first bike, I'd probably recommend this over the R3, but I like the R3 because it's more race oriented. And here's one of a rare bike, an actual 600 sport bike. This is the Kawi 636 from 2019. Looking good in the gray. There's the H2 supercharged bike. Regular engine isn't fast enough for you, you can get one of these. And for us old school types, look at that. Here's a 650 naked bike. So, you got your sport-oriented one, or you got the naked one. The naked ones are a little bit cheaper. And wow, here it is. The new for 2019 Versus 1000.
SF Moto.
Now what's significant about this bike is it's all new with electronics package and throttle by wire, which means electronic cruise control, electronic suspension. I don't know whether to say Ultraman or Stormtrooper, especially with this white color. This is a great all-around bike versus 650. If you just had money to buy one bike, I would highly recommend this one. Still has a lot going for it. All right, we're at the Tour Tech booth, and here is the KTM Super Adventure. Oh, it's a 1090R. Wow, check it out. And the reason why I'm showing you this, the KTM is a no-show at the, they're not here.
What the fuck happened?
Hey! Look, I know this seems really, really sudden and just sort of unfair and cruel.
So this is the only KTM you're going to see today, guys. So sorry about that. And now we're at the big English bike manufacturer. That would be Triumph. Of course, the first bike we're going to look at is the new Scrambler 1200. Check it out. Most people would say, and I do agree, that it's not truly a Scrambler because it's too big, it's too heavy. But you know why I like it? It fits tall people.
Is that your guy? No, it's Triumph's guy.
Yeah. Look at that swing arm. Steel braided lines, LED lights, TFT display. And even here it hooks up to your. And here is the venerable Tiger 1200. But here is the one that I prefer, is the 800. I think the mid-size adventure bikes are a lot more practical off-road. Work suspension. Here's the Triumph Street Triple. Triumph Speedmaster. The Bomber Black. Yeah.
I put those on. I put the Truckster pipes on. I can't stand those pipes.
They sound like shit.
I don't know, I may want to get a bike.
Yeah, it sounds like a real motorcycle. You have to do something. But yeah, they're just trying to. Here's the thing I said.
We have to look at the Indian booth. And there it is. The XR 1200. I have a whole booth dedicated to them. Indian Scout.
And what Indian? Vegas, out there,
How much?
It doesn't say.
Of course.
I was looking for it, but
If you have to ask, then you know, what else?
they're gonna get your information and they're not gonna leave you alone. They're beautiful, aren't they?
I have to tell you, I don't like the big infotainment systems. I just, you know, it's an old school bike.
Yeah.
I don't want a TV on it. And what do you think about the dealerships? Enough dealerships for you, or
I don't know.
you know,
I mean,
compared to Harley?
I lived out the Inland Empire, but I rode to over here in Santa Fe Springs, right, to the Indian dealership over here. I don't like the idea you don't have as many dealerships.
Yeah.
You just have to ride a country mile just to test
Right.
So that's the only downside.
Strolling around the Harleys. I think my favorite bike is the Breakout. And this one, which I forget the name of, is the Fat Boy. Here's the new model for 2019. The FXDR 1400. More Harleys for short people. See, he fits perfectly on it. I have yet to see the Breakout. Is there a Breakout? I'm not leaving the Harley booth until I see a Breakout. I don't see the Breakout. All right, we have made our way to the Ducati booth. Here's the new Enduro. Has been completely revised for 2019. So it's been lowered a little bit. The handlebars have been lowered a little bit. Very nice. I'm glad that they revised it. I'll do the green screen.
You want to do it?
Right, Multistrada 1260. This is nice. 17-inch front wheel, very sexy. The S model. I like to call Ducati the Ferrari of motorcycles. Well, let's look at the showstopper, the V4, with the wings on it.
I saw him so time ago, but I
I can tell them not to do it.
There's a new Hyper Motard SP. Monsters. And there's the standard Hyper Motard. Ooh, I like the Super Sport. The Super Sport is a great in-between model. It doesn't have classic slip-ons, but they are orientated that way, but they are up a little bit. Very comfortable sport bike. And here's the Panigale V4. S. Here's the Diablo. Wow, look at that.
I just noticed that the Roswell will be out there now. It used to be the Roswell Street, right?
So this 1260 engine is being used by a lot of bikes. The Multistrada, the Diablo, and the Enduro bike. They're all the Scramblers. The Scramblers are great bike, especially the smaller one, and especially if you're short.
Yeah, I heard that.
Here is a new one for 2019.
Questo glielo puoi togliere. Ma pure questo non lo puoi levare. Puoi levare
V4, of course, is the showstopper, I think. We are now at BMW with the R9T. big news for the GS is, of course, the variable valve timing. There is the 850, looking very nice. There's the GS 1200 and the GSA. Jocelyn.
This is what I wrote yesterday.
But here's the XR 1000. Looking sexy in black.
They will explain why those Motorcycle Club of America
Very nice.
and the Dovo collection of fine motorcycles.
Wow, the new 1000 RR for 2019. Quick shifter, of course. All new for 2019. So the old bike was around for 10 years. So, different frame back here, different swing arm. It's smaller overall. Smaller and lighter.
Liking it?
And the 1600B. Is that blue? It's blue. It's blue. Oh my God.
That's what they told me.
That's so radical. All right, guys. Let's say thanks for watching. That's it for the show. I'm happy MV Agusta was here and Royal Enfield was here, but I was disappointed that KTM was a no-show. I really wanted to see those 790s. But that's it from the International Progressive Motorcycle Show for 2018 in Long Beach, California.